Music's going?
Oh yeah, it's rocking and rolling, man. We're like 2 seconds away from
We were counting off.
Well, maybe one of us will be right.
Yeah, got a 1 out of 3 chance.
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to this playoff preview podcast that we've got going. This week in the zone is not going to be showing this week because we kind of thought that it would be a little anticlimactic since the season's already over. However, we're going to do a little bit of a recap here today on how the season ended, and then we're going to get into the playoff preview matches. So what would you say was the biggest moment of last week, Ryan?
Well, it's tough to say. I mean, Al's
My complete crumble and fell into second.
Yeah,
that was a big collapse.
That was a complete 0 for 2, right? Like,
Yes, it was.
Collapse. It was not just like losing one game. And
no, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing two tough teams, right? You're playing Bo
Yeah.
and Nick. Those guys are just lighting up right now. So.
That's true. That's true. But
I think you won one of the last 4, and it was me. I think you beat. So
yeah, I would have.
I think so.
I would have beat him last week as well, and I wasn't playing any goaltenders.
Yeah, I would have beat you too.
Yeah, so it was a bad week. I think I had a total of 30 points or under 30 points. It was a horrible week.
Yeah, it's okay against anybody else.
Yeah.
See the Buffalo game tonight when it hit 3-0 going into the third. I said they'll lose 4-3 in OT.
You should have put a bet. You can bet live now, eh? I was thinking about doing that. I didn't do it. I didn't figure.
I wasn't sure if it was going to be OT or regulation, but I thought, no, they'll just score 3 in the third.
Yeah, I gotta start jumping on that.
Yeah.
I say another big moment too was Pitter Patter beating Lakers.
Yeah. Wow.
That's huge.
That was
unbelievable.
Crazy. That was absolutely crazy. I was shocked. Fortunately for Steve, so that Steve, you don't lose any sleep or anything, but you would have ended up tied with Keith, and Keith would have won the tiebreaker. So you ended up in the same spot as you did. So take the enjoyment out of beating Renee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trying.
Get some momentum for the bottom 4 playoffs. Like we're in.
That's right. For sure. All right. Let's
Was there anything else? I don't know if there's anything else. Was there?
Well, I was just thinking that maybe we'll bring up the last week's scores and just quickly go over them here.
Well, I guess Dono beating up on Piero kind of put the final nail in that 500 coffin.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then I think Piero also lost to whoever else he was playing. So, or like Wes won 2 games again, but too late.
Too little, too late. Yep.
Take time.
Okay, I can't figure out why I can't bring up the website. You guys talk about
well, I was thinking
stuff.
You watching any hockey today, Al?
No, I didn't.
Whoa.
Who's that? Is that you, Al?
Sorry, that was my phone. Yep.
Unprofessional.
Was it Steve telling you that he sold his house? Congratulations, Steve.
No, it wasn't Steve.
Oh, is that Steve's house on the market?
Yes.
On Facebook there? It's crazy, man. I could probably buy that thing cash now if I sold it and have a couple $100,000 in the bank.
Absolutely.
It's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know what he was asking. I don't know what he got, but he got close to what he was asking, I think he said.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
But I was watching the hockey today, and I was like, I wondered if maybe one of you two commissioners put a note into the NHL, let them know that their no control zone playoffs are starting, because the boys had some peps in their steps out there. There were some intense hockey early on. I thought they're playing for us, guys.
That's right.
They're playing for our teams.
All right. There we go. So I guess we're going to go back to last week scores here. So
yeah, why not?
Yeah, we'll just quickly go over them and then see how it's all doing. Oh, I got to turn my brightness down here. My face is white.
I know you were worried all week there, Terry. Texted me every night.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
It was brutal, man. It was like, you take a look at the scores that I won by and you think it was a cakewalk, but every single category was almost identical between us. I was only like a point or 2 behind on each, and I was like, oh, I was shitting bricks. I'm not going to lie.
It was tight, but like West had the goalies and
Yeah. And yeah, but I was worried about, I was also worried about Blake because Blake didn't get his goalie points until Reimer on Saturday.
yeah, that was big for you.
Yeah,
Right then, I think that was it. Plus, Steve just beating up on the Lakers.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So here we are. So basically, yeah. So you can see the Islanders got themselves into the bottom four by losing both their games to the Flames and the Oilers. I thank both of you.
Yeah, good job there, Wes and Blake. Yeah, there wasn't really much like besides pitter patter beating up Lakers and then that Brewers and Flying Colors.
Well, the one thing, the Flames again still finished strong. They went 2-0 last week and they went 2-0 again this week here. So I felt bad for West, but the one thing that it did do, the one thing that West by winning both those games did, made all the fancy stats correct. Garrow dropped behind, and that's where West should be, right ahead of Garrow, just ahead of Garrow. And yep, everything lined up perfect. The only thing that's like kind of out of whack is Steve from Pitter Patter. He should be lower.
Yeah.
He's up high.
Yeah. Well, he's in the second bracket, right?
Oh yeah. Well, it's like again, we're probably not doing pretenders contenders. But I texted you like yesterday, it was like your team's a pretender. Like you're the bottom four. It's bullshit. You should be the middle four or whatever. Now you're gonna kick all our asses and take Draisaitl first overall.
Well, that's because I started first. You guys waited. Everybody else waited to make their decision a little bit later. And one thing I've learned from fantasy pools, and that is you hesitate, you're going to lose.
Yeah. If you're going to tank early.
Yeah. Either do it or don't. Make your decision up and go for it. Yeah. And I really think I could have made the playoffs this year. I really do. If I had a,
you might have, if you like, you could have made some trades and sure.
Or I kind of actually had a plan going in because look at my roster. I only took 21 roster spots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I maxed out my contract years because it was more important to me that the guys that I had signed last year all got like 5, 4, etc. And I totally lucked out in getting rid of D'Angelo for Seth Jones. Thanks, Bo. Man, that was huge. However, it almost cost me a bottom 4 spot.
Yeah.
Seth Jones.
Yeah. There was a couple of things he did. Like I said, I was telling Ryan last night, I wasn't expecting Tarasenko to return this year when I traded for him. So, but now bonus, hey, for the playoffs. So that's awesome.
How many years in a row have you won the Founders Cup, Al? Because I think Terry's been like rebuilding for like 7. Have you beaten him only twice in a row?
2. This will be 2 in a row, and I think it puts him up by 1. Because this is the 6th year, right? It's our 7th year, but this is the 6th year. Is that right?
Well, because we didn't count that, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I got last year.
Oh yeah. So I guess it is 7 years. So right now it's 3. Well, now it's 4-3 for Al, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be my 2nd year in a row.
Yeah, 2nd year. And
Terry had 2 years in a row before that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I was actually, you know what? To this day, I still blame why I'm so shitty in this league on the very first draft night of our league ever, because I got so fucking drunk. My team was so fucking terrible when I woke up the next morning and took a look at it and I go, what the hell was I thinking? But I was so busy with everybody telling them how to do everything and that. Yeah. So then I tried to rebuild the 2nd year. And then by the 3rd year, I was sort of straightening it out, but I haven't recovered. Yeah. And I think I'll finally recover next year.
We were over at your place, Al, weren't we? Is that the first time we did it over at your place?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was that big one at my place.
You and Marty and JP were in the dining room table there.
Yep.
And me, Al, and Driscoll, I think were in the living room.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, it was. It was a good start. Dustin was there too, wasn't he?
And
I don't know.
Was Dustin there?
I think he was.
Could have been.
I think he was. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's take a look at a couple other here. The Rangers, they finished their season out strong, 7-0 and 6-1. So Rangers looking good going into the playoffs, and I still think that this team could be one of the big dark horses of the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, We've been saying that weeks and weeks ago that he had a good team, and it was just a matter of time before it started coming on. So
Yeah, pretty much. And of course, we see Sealand here. They won one and lost one. It was kind of a weird season for them. They were winning two, losing two, winning two, losing two. So anyway, it looks like Chris is going to end up in the second bracket there, so where I guess probably should be, but he was kind of rebuilding this year, so.
He could have. Him and you, right? You both could have made some moves if you felt like going for it, but you both didn't want to go for it. So
Yeah. And of course, there's Garrow. This game was huge.
that's the game. Yeah, that's the game
This
where
is the game right here. So it looks like the Brewers won the game 6-1, and that clinched them a playoff spot, clinched them the fourth spot there. And Garrow finally went 0-2.
Yeah.
And put him right exactly where he should be. So he's looking strong for next year.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's good prospects.
I got a feeling. As a matter of fact, I think seventh lowest is the highest Garrow's finished. So congratulations, Garrow. You're on the way up.
Really?
Yeah, and I think he makes playoffs next year too.
I'd hope so.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
hope
him.
so too.
It's like,
he should with that lineup.
what's that, Al?
He should with that lineup. He's got a lot of returning guys. He should have a pretty solid team to start the year next year.
Leonard and Grubauer's is backup or his goalies, so that's solid. Solid goaltending is what you need in the playoffs. There, Al. We'll see. We'll talk about you when you get there.
We'll see.
Yeah. So this game really wasn't even close. There was no suspense to it at all. Look at the goaltending matchup though, eh? 941, 936, 10-7. That's pretty awesome. But pretty much after that, Dono took over there. So congratulations to Dono, I think, returning to the playoffs for the first time in a while. So congrats,
Really?
Dono. Yeah, he's been out for a while. If you had to watch the podcast that I had with Dono there, he got screwed by missing that one draft, and he auto draft, and it really killed it. It put him way back. So he was starting to build his team, but then having that auto draft just put him right back again, because it drafted some I think like Anderson in the first round.
It drafted terribly for him. Yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible.
It was bad, and he really needed defensemen at the time. Didn't get any, and it was pretty ugly. So you don't want to miss a draft. That's for sure.
No, and I'm in Egypt for this next one, so hopefully I can make it.
Really? Oh yeah, well, we'll make it happen for you. Like I think Dan and Wes both done it.
He did it
around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning, I think it was.
It could be whatever time in the morning. I just hopefully I'm not working. There's no night. I don't know. Is there night?
No, there's no night flying. They're not no overnight flying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, is that right, Al?
That's correct. Yeah. JP did his from there 2 years ago, right?
Yeah. And Wes did it last year, right? I think it was last year he did it. Yeah. So congratulations going out to Dono, and then we've already talked about Lakers' failure here against Pitt.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Let's just take a look at this. He's still outpointed Pitter Patter pretty bad, 28-17. But it's just
that's low points for Lakers, though. Isn't
But
it?
only 28 points. That's a low total for the week.
It was definitely Renee's worst week, for one of his worst weeks for sure. So he's been struggling just a little bit coming down the stretch here. I kind of thought he hasn't been quite as dominant as he usually.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah. So anyway, on Dean's podcast, which was what about 2 weeks ago, he called Renee out. He wanted him.
He got him.
Those guys have such a history going back to the WCHP, like since the year 2000, they've been going at it.
Really?
Oh, good.
Yeah. So WCHP, I think was established in '99, but it was actually a hockey pool before that from the '80s.
Just like on paper or whatever?
Yeah. This is how I learned about this whole system, was through Renee. Like I found out about this in the year 2001 or 2002, I think it was. They were in the Tudor house in Victoria, and they were having their draft. And I asked what was going on here, and they talked about keeper drafting that. And guess what? Who at the time, the big guy was Joe Thornton, and they just signed him for 7 years. And I go, what? You mean you get to keep the guy for like 7 years if you draft him or whatever you sign him for. Like, oh man, I got to get in one of these.
I agree. Good format.
Absolutely. There we see West beating the Bears as well.
Yeah.
So
What did Dan's points? How did West beat him? I guess that's kind of interesting.
yeah. Well, they tied in points. Beat him in the goaltending. And West is always strong in the penalty minutes. I was always assured West was going to beat me in that category last week.
Yeah.
And then Dan and then it just kind of averaged out after that. But good solid game for them. It's too bad for West that he's not going to be able to make some noise in the playoffs. But I guess he can go for 5th round draft pick.
Yep.
Well, he finally made some trades, right? Like, well, we can talk about the trades after, but he traded away Wilson for Dubé, prospect, Calgary guy.
Yeah.
So he can sign him for how many years he wants to sign him for, maybe next year, or the year after.
Yeah. And then we, let's see, as we go on here, there's Nick taking care of business. He took care of business twice to, of course, this was his big game here against the Capitals.
Yeah.
That still wouldn't have done it if Al just had won his second game.
If I'd have won the second game, but I mean, yeah. It was a terrible week to happen, but
it was. But you hit Bo here. Like, look at Bo, 49 points.
I know.
57 last week.
Yeah, just
57.
ridiculous.
So basically, he's at 106 points for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's not too bad. So Bo is a definite threat going in my opinion, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's check it out then.
Yeah, well, we're just about there. Let's see, Lakers beating Flying Colors, so they recovered there. And Bears. Well, the Bears beat the Oilers. Also,
Bears beat the Oilers.
There's another guy who's having a hard time right now, is Blake, but his is due to injuries. Okay, so we're pretty much done with those. So talking about the, let's bring up the
matchups.
Let's start with the quarterfinals.
We going with like the number 1 seed or what? I figure Dan's number 1 seed and Bo is number 8 just because he's playing the number 1.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to kind of go in the order of this chart here. So that's what I was thinking. So basically to me, this is the primo match of the quarterfinals right here. Dan probably couldn't pick the worst team to play right now.
Yeah. Like,
it sucks being so dominant all year. It's kind of the same thing that happened to you, Al.
Yeah.
And just the wrong week.
Yeah. Like we just said, Bo's been hot the last 2 weeks. I mean, Dan's got a tough matchup here. It could go either way.
Yep. For sure.
Very easily.
Sure.
I look back, Dan beat Bo in their only meeting. It was a 4-3 game. So it was tight even back then.
Was it Dan won 4-3?
Yeah, Dan won the only, I guess everybody's only played each other once, right? Because there's only crossover. So Dan won the crossover.
Yeah, in the crossover.
I got both teams have the same strengths and weaknesses. Both have great points, great plus minuses. And Pims, there's no goons on their team, and their goaltending is suspect.
Yeah.
So it's
I agree.
2 Rams just battling each other in the head. And now that Varlamov lost his first game tonight, and I don't think Fleury's not even playing tonight. Like, he's sitting out. I don't know if that's just because of a healthy scratch or.
I think Leonard's back, so they've kind of been alternating at least until Leonard gets back in the groove. That could be close happening soon, but since Fleury played so well that he was out, I think it's going to be a kind of an alternating schedule.
But he's not even dressing. They got dance.
Oh, really?
No.
So we can actually take a look at the head-to-head here between them. So
live update. Wow.
We can look here. So where was Bo against the Bears? Where's the Bears here? There they are. So Bo was only 3 wins and 8 losses against the Bears. So, but
what does that mean?
Well,
what does that mean?
Basically, we played.
That's basically.
Right, we played 11 weeks of regular.
Okay.
So if he played the Bears every week, this would be his record against Dan. So
now,
that's how fancy stats come up. Is it assumes that you play every team every week,
yeah,
and then it bases your wins and loss on playing every team every week.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. But not,
Yeah,
now,
it's good.
what are those 3 wins like? Are they the last 2 weeks though? Because I'd be interested if Fancy could do that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is where it's kind of buyer beware, is because Bo's not the same team he was all year, right? So he
That's
made
right.
some moves, but overall, Dan was having an easy time. So when they played, Bo had his one loss to Dan, like you were talking about earlier there, Ryan.
Yeah.
So, but overall, Dan had his way with Bo, but different team.
I'd say
Yeah.
the favorite is Dan just because he's the number 1 seed. But this could be an upset, I think.
It
Al,
could be.
thoughts?
I say it's a coin flip. I think it really is. It's that close. It's heads or tails, split in the air.
Yeah, pretty much. I gotta agree with you there. However, I'm actually gonna go out onto a limb here, and well, actually, let's just check and see how they're doing first.
Well, no. Make your
Okay.
call.
Well, no,
Make your call.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm picking Bo. I'm picking
Okay.
the Wolfpack.
And
Not good. Is that all 3? No, you didn't pick anybody, did you, Al?
not yet. I think I'm going with Dan. Dan's had a good year. He's been solid all year.
Absolutely.
I'm sticking with the champ.
Absolutely, but I just find that Bo is just hotter than a pistol right now, and it very well could end this week, right? He may go cold this week.
But I think he's already
Absolutely.
got like 4 or 5 points already. He had
Yeah.
Matthews, he got
Where
a
are we
goal.
here?
Marino got him 2 assists for like just 2.
He's up 5-2 already.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and the problem is Dan's got Mrazek who's hurt,
Yeah.
and Fleury. If Fleury is like any sort of serious, like if he's taking a week off, that's just too.
There's no sign by him. So
That's weird. I'm not sure why you didn't play
well,
them.
a lot of times, like what the Islanders were doing, like Corey Schneider got into some games, and that's just a way of giving the goaltender a complete rest,
Right.
so you don't have to get dressed and you don't have to go through just like relax, take the day
Did
off.
Dan have a third goalie on his bench?
No.
He doesn't, eh? Yeah.
I talked to him last night. He's like, nah, he's been winning all year with this combo.
Yeah, he's living and dying.
Well-
He's living and dying with Fleury, and he's gotten
Yeah.
kind of
did
lucky. Got a
He
lot
did
of
this when he won the
shutouts.
CBS. Like when he won that first CBS, he
Yep.
did it with had Dubnik, and he had
Yes.
had nobody else.
Yeah,
He did the exact same. That's his style.
it
One
kind of
goal.
is.
And then he got beaten at first round of the playoffs. So hopefully history doesn't repeat itself.
So far, what do we got going here? So Dan has today 2 assists and a goal, and that's his point total for 3. So start off, and there's Bo up by a point already.
Yeah.
Got himself an extra assist, and nobody's
Yeah.
gooning it up. And
No, they're not a goon team. It's going to be they're both pacifists.
Yeah.
for sure. Who does Bo got a net? Oh yeah, Varlamov. Yeah, he shit the bed tonight.
That was a tough loss. 2-1.
Well, like I said, if you don't show up for the first period, that's going to happen, man. Like they absolutely walked on the Islanders in the first period, so it's their own goddamn fault.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. For sure. All right. So do we have the predictions in? I'm Bo.
Yep. I'll go.
Yeah, and us 2 went Dan, so it's
Well,
2-1
2-1 for Dan.
I
Oh,
said
you
Dan-
switched to Bo now?
I said Dan was the favorite, but if I was to bet,
Oh,
Oh, it's 2-1 Bo.
there you go.
Dan is going to feel so burned. So burned. Loses 2 games all year, and we picked the 4th place team from the other division to beat him. Oh, he's going to be ticked. I can see the comment.
that picture you put up there, you really.
Yeah.
Where was that
Good
picture? Where was it? Al?
I don't know. You put it up, didn't you? The one of Dan-
Al knows where that picture was.
Oh,
Where it was taken?
yeah, the
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Where was that one?
You look young.
It doesn't exist anymore.
I can't remember where it was now.
Quinny and Campbell River.
Oh, that's right, at the Quinny.
Yeah, we always like to, Ryan, whenever we're on bike trips, we always try to find the slummiest bars to go to.
Got to find the dive bars.
We always
Al
look
feels
for
at
the
home.
dives. That's just how we roll, Al. Just
That's
how we
right.
roll.
What did he have? Did Dan have a bike? Like,
600.
Yeah, he had the CBR 600, didn't he?
CBR 600, right? And Dustin had the same bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't have it for long. So
No.
yeah. All right, got 2-1 for Bo going up there, and that brings us to Nick and Dono, Moose Like Jagger against the East Coast Brewers.
Yeah, I got Nick loose. He lost their only meeting 4.5, 2.5. So Dono's got the early edge just on like the psychology, the mental head games, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Dono's coming off a not so great week.
Yeah, Dono's had a couple of bad weeks. He hasn't been strong the last couple of weeks. I think Nick has the advantage going into this one.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. That is pretty big. So let's take seats to each other this year. So there is.
Where is he?
Oh, who are we talking? We're looking for Dono, right?
East Coast Brewers. There you go.
Nick was 6-3-2 against the Brewers this year. So not overly dominant. So that just means that Dono can get hot at certain times, and if it's
but the problem is, again, his both goaltendings are a little bit weak, right? And he's got Jerry. What happened to Jerry in that game? Wes.
He's gone. He just got injured.
He's injured. He's out.
He didn't show up for the second period. He didn't give up any goals. He didn't give up any goals.
I didn't see. Did you see what happened? I imagine you're watching the game.
Yeah, he tweaked himself, and it was just one of those things. But he stuck in till the end of the period and just kind of left. But he wasn't on the bench for the rest of the game.
Well, that's a huge hit. And Carter Hart's taking 2 days off.
That is so funny. Who got him? I think Bono got him, didn't he? Carter Hart?
That's his two guys, isn't it?
He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
Yep.
So
I mean, that's a big hole right now.
Oh, it's there he is. So let's see if there's any update on that. Just says dealing with upper body issues. Yeah, it looks like it just looked like he tweaked himself, and could be one of those ones that lingers, especially for goaltenders, right? Because they got to kind of be like Gumby anyway. So while they're going, that's what I call Sorokin. I can't believe a man can split their legs like that. It just makes me cringe every time I see it. Like I saw into shreds.
Shesterkin did that the other day too. He looked like he kind of tweaked himself.
Yeah,
he seemed like
he really struggled getting off the ice after the first period against the Isles. There, he could barely move. Yeah. So this is what's happening. What? What's that? Right?
Live feed. This is the live feeder.
Yeah, this is what we got happening right now. So not really much happening right now, even though it looks like a lot of players. And
that's not good for.
It's still early. Like LA's in the first, and Anaheim's only in the second, and Calgary and Winnipeg are in the first. So still pretty early games. Not really much figures going up except for Dono's shutout. Who's pitching the shutout? Don't want to jinx him. You don't want to jinx Dono, do you, Al?
Oh yeah, any chance I get.
Oh, so it's 1,000. Yeah, that's right. It's from Jerry.
So,
he kept that because he left without giving up any goals. So
I'd say for sure MLJ is the favorite. And who you taking out?
I'm sticking with Nick. I think Dono's Nick has been pretty stable and solid. So I'm going to go with Nick.
Now, if Donald didn't lip you on his podcast, would you still take Nick, or are you is this like
because I was hoping that I was going to be in Nick's position and taking Dono. So I'm going against Dono all the way.
Oh, this is your head. This is like you're not using your heart on this one. You're not.
No, this is straight.
I'm taking Nick too. I think Nick's gonna have an easy time.
Yeah. I got to go with you, Ryan. I'm definitely going Nick too. Nick's been on fire ever since that. What was it, 4 weeks ago that he went 0-2 there? He had a rough little go there, and ever since then he's been on fire.
So, absolutely.
Nick's a little weak in the PIMS, but he picked up Wilson on the deadline, and Donald's good PIMS. So I mean, like, he needed his goalies to step up, and now that Jari's hurt, I don't know if he can. I don't know if he's got it. I don't think he can do it.
No.
Yeah,
all right, buddy.
All right, so it looks like we're all agreeing that it's it's a three-way sweep here that we've got Nick gonna win one easily, but go ahead.
This guy here, he knows everything.
That guy there behind you? Smart guy.
One. I think this is the direction I got to be pointing at Al right now. Does it look like I'm pointing at Al?
No, not to me.
No, oh shit.
I don't know where it is on my screen. He's down there.
He's actually to my left here, but I always think it's always opposite of where you are. I haven't figured it out yet. We'll get it soon one of these days.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so let's move on to the third game of the quarterfinals here. Let's see who we got coming up.
First 6.
No, I got the Living Skies Capitals against the Calgary Oilers. We got the old wily vet against the young brazen youngster.
Yeah.
Al, you won their only matchup this year with them. You beat them 4-3. It was close though, but
it was close.
Yeah. I'd say,
but he's been faltering the last couple of weeks. So
he has been.
I think I got a good chance to maybe knock him off, get a good score in the first week, and maybe take him out. I'm hoping anyway.
Yeah, I think, like I said, this is an intriguing matchup. I think he made a trade at the deadline, picked up Gensel, Vanacek, and Kopp because his goaltending was hurt. Like he had Kemper and he had Anderson, so he was decimated. So he needed to do that. Well, you got Price, and are you playing Dreger this week? Who'd you play?
No, I got
Drigger.
What's that?
You put in Drigger, right?
Yeah, I got him and Price in.
Oh, you did, eh? No confidence in Markstrom.
No, I took him out right now. He hasn't been playing well the last few weeks. So
how is this? How's this for close in the regular season? Basically, Al, you were 6-5 against.
Yeah, it was really close. Like we've been pretty close all year, but like I said, I think he's kind of been faltering, and he's had a few injuries the last couple of weeks. So I think maybe this is a good matchup, and I have a good chance to take him out.
I would have to agree with that.
This is going to be won and lost goalies and plus minus because he's been terrible all year plus minus, and your last couple of weeks have been not good too. So
my last couple of weeks have been big minuses for the weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be like won and lost and the plus minus and the goaltendings.
Oh, Blake's off to an early lead.
Yeah, but who's Al got?
Who's Al got? He's got Backstrom. He
wasn't playing much today, I don't think. Most of his guys are.
Oh, yeah, right.
What happened to Hornqvist? He's hurt?
Yep.
That's going to cost him.
And IR, too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back, I think, around the 1st.
Yeah, April 1st. But those things are usually off by about a week most times.
Yeah, it could be, but I didn't really have too many options.
He's gooning it up on you.
He is gooning it up on me right now.
Is Mark's got a shutout right now too? I mean, it's early, but
no.
Just go down lower there, Terry. He didn't.
Oh, you didn't play him?
Oh, 1,000%. Oh my!
You didn't play Markstrom?
Oh,
nope.
What are you doing? Maybe it's not the team.
It's the owner.
Could be.
Might be the GM.
It'd be huge, Al. Huge.
Over Price? Yeah, you like Price better? I've got Price in my other league, but
yeah.
The only thing you can count on Price is playing.
Yeah.
And some wins, maybe.
He had the wins, and their save percentage was pretty close, so or goals against was pretty close, so
yeah. It's early. It's only the first.
Exactly. It's the first day.
And it's only the first period. Like it's 5 minutes left in the first, so he could let 5 close in right now. It's just fun to say, oh, he's got a shutout now.
I know.
You're so stupid.
But it gives us a reason to trash Al, so it works.
Absolutely. I can take it.
Yes, you can. You couldn't, we wouldn't do it.
So I guess if we're going for predictions, I need to make my prediction here, and I am going with my bud Al Gull. I'm going with the Living Skies Capitals. I think they're gonna take the Oilers.
I think Al's the favorite. And
oh, is that down?
I go Oilers. I know. I like the moves he made at the deadline. I like Gensel. I like Kopp, and he needed to pick up Vanacek. It depends how Washington does, right?
Yeah.
If his goaltending doesn't pull through, but
Well, they're flying.
I'll go with the kid.
Go with the kid? Oh, so
Al's big.
who you picking, Al?
I'll abstain from this one.
Okay, all right.
Oh, lame.
Oh, Colorado just scored. I didn't see who scored though.
I should be able to tell you here in a second. It should pop up live here. Do we have any Avs on this team? Oh, we got one on my team, so it better not. Oh no, I was just about to say it better not be Taves. No. Oh yeah, look, nothing. He's got nothing.
He's got nothing.
He's had points like almost every single game. Sure, Taves. Sure.
Now he's just resting until next year. Landeskog for McKinnon and Colin Maker. What's his last name?
Makar.
That's 2 points for Bo and one for Dono.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bo's got Makar and McKinnon.
where's Bo here? Where'd he go?
Bears and Pack.
Should be right up here.
Left.
Yeah, second one.
Oh yeah. Okay. So who got points there?
Makar and McKinnon.
I'm not going to let you abstain, Al.
Oh, we got a pick.
Yeah, I'm
Which
not
one?
like I'm not like you. You're between the Capitals and the Oilers. I'm not.
Well,
like
I'm going with me, obviously.
All right, there we go. So far, our picks then have been the Bears, correct?
Gotta back yourself, man.
You
The
did right.
Bears, moves like Jagger, and now
Capitals.
Capitals. All right.
All the favorites so far, right?
No,
What's
it wasn't
that?
the Bears. Didn't you guys both pick the Pack to beat the Bears?
We took Bo there. That's right.
You guys both picked the Pack.
Oh, I thought you guys both picked. Yeah, I know I did, but
No, you guys both picked
That's
the
right.
Pack.
Brian changed it there. So
Oh.
yeah, we could be getting the wrath of Dan on that. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get it.
Yeah, you'll hear about it.
He's gonna go, oh yeah, look, two guys in the bottom four, and they're saying who's gonna win.
A good argument.
All right, so let's go to our last one here. So let's bring her up.
Another big. This is Lakers and so. There's two. Excluding like Al and Nick. I'd say like Bears, Pack, and Renee and Dino. 4 very strong teams that are like 2 will be gone after the first round.
Yes. Yeah.
Very
that's
good
huge.
for like, the other teams. Very good.
I think it's a strong playoffs this year.
Oh, for sure. I like all the teams.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever remembered thinking a year where 6 to 7 teams, maybe even 8, could win the cup.
Yeah, I agree.
And usually there's somebody who's going to step on somebody. Like Dan should be getting some really easy opponent here. It's just working out bad for him that he's not.
Yep.
So, yeah. So for our last one, we got the Harrison Lakers at the Colwood Rangers.
Meeting 5-2, but that was before Dino made all this wheeling and dealing at the
Yeah.
end of the year.
Yeah.
And he had COVID, or he didn't have COVID. But
Yeah. Well, yeah.
First couple of weeks, he had a big COVID rash in his team. So
3.5 weeks. I fought. I mean, I beat him. It was my first. Was my first win? I think it was my first. No, it was my second win. And that tells you how bad he was devastated. And he won a game that week. I can't remember who he played, but I beat him, and he somehow beat the other guy that he was playing. I'm not sure how he did it.
there, Markstrom already let in a goal, so it's okay.
Oh.
Now. The shutout's gone.
smart play, Al. Smart play. We never
Yeah, that was a smart play for sure. I'd have put him on the bench too, Al. For
Oh
sure.
yeah. Sure.
All right, so let's take a look at how the Lakers and the Rangers are starting out here. Looks like Renee's got his goaltender going at 9-17. Who would that be?
Hellebuck.
Hellebuck.
Gotta be
Hellebuck.
Yeah, that guy is awesome.
Well, this is the goaltending. Like this is Hellebuck versus Vasilevsky, right?
Yeah,
Dino's got Vasilevsky, who's what is he, 20-2, 20-3?
yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It was kind of ridiculous. He's just got the team around him too that helps so much. His last couple of games have been kind of shoddy. I wasn't happy with his first period tonight, that's for sure, and I certainly wasn't happy with his last game, that's for sure. But he's playing solid this year, no doubt about it.
Is Is
Renee's-
Talbot playing right now? Like Minnesota for? Does he have does he have 1,000? They did not make a. Maybe he's not playing. I
He's
guess.
not playing. Well, unless
He's not
he
playing.
he might not have made a save. That's very possible. So
Oh, he's starting.
making his 4th straight start. So they haven't gotten a shot. Oh, there it goes. He's 1,000.
Hey, shout out.
No, you saw that here live, folks. It happened
Yeah.
right in front of your very eyes. Yeah. So, hey, look at that. He ties up the game with the one save.
I wonder why Renee chose Saros. Like I think Saros is hurt, isn't he not?
He is.
He's that little-
He is.
I think he may be going. Let's take a look at his other ones down here. Well, I don't think he knew Allmark was going to be back. Oh, and no, I can definitely tell what he's up to here. He's going with the Dan strategy. He
Is it?
One
figures,
goalie.
he figures that one goalie can probably get him 4 to 8 points. That one goaltender, and his save percentage will be through the roof. So at worst, he'll probably even off. I think he's going with one goal strategy. We'll definitely find out next week if he doesn't start Saros. We're on to you. We're on to you, man. We're on to you.
He's also got a big injury in Ekblad there. He's gone now. He's out. That looked horrible.
Yeah, it snapped the old bone, eh?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was ugly. I saw that one. I was watching that game live, and that's no good. And I was actually talking to Renee on the phone at the time, and I go, "Oh,
really?
Ekblad, I'm guessing gone for season, dude." He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, he just, yeah." I mean, you could, I could hear him screaming live in the game.
Really?
Yeah, you could hear him yelling down in that corner. Go, ah! So it was. I remember my first shoulder separation that happened to me too. I was just screaming bloody murder. But yeah,
Same loud scream.
well, kind of. So I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't anything minor, right? So away, like even before the camera went on him, I sort of saw the hit, but I didn't see the best angle is from behind the net down at the other end. Looking that you can see where it happens, but side view looking down on the arena, you couldn't really see it because it was off in this corner just as he was getting hit, right? So you didn't really see what happened at the end, but from the far one, you could see, oh, it was ugly.
Yeah.
That's things like Harrison's I put Harrison as or Renee as the favorite just because he's the higher seed and of the history, but Dino made some good pickups at the trade deadline. He got Panarin and Girard. And he's got Vasilevsky, who's
action. We got action.
Rangers got a point.
They got an assist each, but let's help win. So it must have been Connors from Ehlers, I'm guessing. So they both assisted. So hopefully they gave it to my guy, whoever my guy is.
It might have been Dubois. I think I was playing Oilers, and Oilers got Dubois. Maybe check out the Caps Oilers.
It wasn't my guy. God damn it. I was trying to see if it was my guy. Oh, yeah. Let's check and see how these guys fared off against each other. Yeah. This one's going to be deceiving, though, because like you said, you mentioned earlier that 3-week COVID thing for Dean. So that was pretty bad. Yeah. Where's the Harrison Lakers?
Oh, still, that says so Colorado would have beat him 7-3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm really surprised to see that. Wow.
He's got a good team.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Lakers is the favorite. You got to give him the favorite just because of the history and the honors, but I've definitely taken Colwood and Dino.
You're going with Rangers? What about you, Al?
Yeah, Rangers have been coming on strong the last few weeks. The momentum going into the playoffs here. I think he's I think I'd put the 20 on him.
I'm going to make it a trifecta. I'm going with Rangers as well. And that, you guys know, I have been tooting Renee's horn all year. Never bet against Brady, right?
It's hard to go against Renee.
As I'm saying the Rangers right now, I'm hearing that echo in my head right now. It's going, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know. But I'm throwing my hat into the Rangers ring. Dino, you got my hat.
There you go.
Absolutely.
A lot of pressure, Dino. A lot of pressure. Don't. Don't fuck us over.
That's
don't make these so-called experts look bad on
Yeah, it's so cool. I like that. Yeah, that's true.
because now it's accessible on Facebook, so almost anybody can see this shit now. So we
Oh,
want
yeah?
to we want to be represented properly here.
And you chose that
Exactly.
face, Al?
I was born with it.
Yeah, that's good. Some are blessed.
Yeah.
That's a good
Some
looking
aren't.
dude over your left shoulder, though, Ryan. Good looking dude down there.
Hey, he's a fantastic looking fella.
I'm in the vibrant red today instead of the blue of last
Yeah.
time. Yeah. Al's in the is that white or tan?
Today is white. That day was gray, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I can tell the gray. That's white.
Yeah.
You need to wash that better.
No, it's the light. It's
Yeah,
one of
I
those
know.
soft white lights.
I hate those things. Every once in a while I'll take a picture in the bathroom or whatever, and everything's yellow, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
it doesn't look yellow in there, but God, I guess it is. All right, so basically to recap, we are going with who are we going with here again? Let's
All three were the Rangers.
All three of the Rangers. Yep.
basically 3-0 for the Rangers here, and we have 2-1 for the Capitals.
I took the Oilers.
Did we have
Yep.
3-0 for Nick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nick was 3-0 for sure.
Did we discuss it?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. I know we discussed them. I don't know if we actually made our picks, because I would definitely be picking Nick as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we did say that if Dono had a good week, he could do it.
Yep.
And we're going with the upset. We're going with the Port Elgin Wolfpack over the New Brunswick Bears. Oof.
I think Al took Dan.
I took the Bears, but you guys took the Wolfpack. So
Yeah, so you're covered from the wrath of Dan anyway.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan aren't, but oh well.
Whatever.
Say hello.
Exactly.
And then the only thing that left to like, well, COVID, right? Hanging over the league and the playoffs,
Yeah.
I guess, like the sword of Damocles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. All right, let's move this over
So
here.
we're talking with these
Oh,
fine
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna see so who the let's go to the first to fourth pick. So we got Burn Up the Suds as the first seed, the Quebec City Outlaws as the second seed, Courtney Islanders as the third seed, and Macaulay Mustangs as the fourth seed. So I guess now that we've seen that, we can bring up how they're doing.
There's a big comeback against you there. Keith had Elliott, who was down 3-0.
I know. Oh, damn.
Good save percentage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know. I was really ticked that happened. I didn't like that. Now it looks like the Islanders and the Stangs are all tied up at 3-piece.
He's
And
gonna take the goalie though. The win, whatever shutout. Win with shutout.
yeah, he'll. Oh, damn. Who's he got going again? I can't remember.
Elliott came
Oh,
back.
yeah, Elliott came back, so he's got the 2 points as well. And I got nobody going. So.
Oh, you took Boissois.
Yeah. I actually wasted $2 because I picked up Wedgwood and then I changed my mind. I said, no, I'll go with Brossois. He's only going to get 1 start a week probably, but
Yeah, could be enough.
well, I was also thinking in the terms of like what Renee's doing, right? I was thinking to myself, well, if Brossois doesn't play, then I'll just go with Bobrovsky and hope for the best. Even though I'm not sure if Bobrovsky's had a game over 900 save percentage this year. At least it feels like it. not that I've been paying much attention to my goaltenders. What
No.
they've been up to. So
I was hoping that Drager or whatever his name is.
yeah, that was a sweet little waiver wire pickup, I'll tell you.
On the furnace.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Hello, Laurie.
Laurie's
Wasn't
talking.
put back on.
Wasn't put it back on, Al. Just put it back on.
No, we're
yourself.
talking about home stuff. Shut up. They say hi, Lori. It's
Hi, Lori.
it's that jerk Terry and that jerk Ryan Kelly.
Oh, you couple of jerks.
Yeah, what can we say? We're just a couple of jerks.
Usually
So
need-
who's our other
If
game
that
going
thing
here?
is leaking that much, honey.
What's leaking?
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, down in it's my furnace. There's a water drain.
Is it his furnace Terry or is it? I should say I could have said something else, but maybe I will. PG. Furnace is leaking.
Yeah,
nothing else.
we're sort of a PG
Oh, yeah.
kind of show. All right,
Yeah,
so
we'll try.
Ryan, looks like you just got used to losing.
I know.
Look at you. Let's see what. Oh, he's got.
JP's got the walking wounded squad.
Does he not know that he's supposed to try and win now?
Apparently
Wow.
not.
Who does he have to put in? Like, oh, Nugent Hopkins. Yeah.
Wow.
He's got some guys he could put in.
I love guys like JP. It's
Yeah.
awesome. So I call it easy money.
His goaltending, like he doesn't have anything. Like he's got Subban, I guess, is the only healthy guy. He's got Corporal and Tuca are hurt. That should be interesting. If I can't beat JP this week, then mark me in fourth. Just give me the fourth place.
The only thing that bothers me about him not doing that, he may fluke out with the one-goalie game.
One goalie plan again. Yep.
Or he wakes up and goes, oh, I'm supposed to be winning, and then he sets his lineup right for me.
Could be
to play me.
We'll see if he watches the podcast and see if he does anything.
Give RK the easy win and put in the hard one for me.
That's right.
All right, so let's basically take a look at this then here. So who do we think is the front runner for all this?
I'd say you're at the first overall spot locked up, I think. Well, not locked up, but Al, what do you think?
I think he's got a good shot at getting that number one pick. He's got a solid team. He's been playing his bums for the whole season, and now he's putting in the real squad. And I think he's got a good chance at moving up to that first pick.
The only thing I got going against me is the tiebreaker, right? So the only person a tiebreaker is good is for me to tie with Keith, which I guess is good because I expect Keith to be strong.
Yeah, I would say if I was to pick the order, it's you, then Keith, then whatever combination of me and JP.
I kind of got well. Since JP is not paying attention, I give you the third spot.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Probably Islanders, Mustang, Bruin up, and then the Outlaws.
Yeah.
So now we can talk about it so that we didn't get any more tankers going. So looking at the bottom four this year, we got Draisaitl, Panarin, Pasternak, and Jack Eichel. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter what spot you finish.
And if you say you want a D and need a D, you still got like John Carlson and Roman Josi. Like that's 6 very good players.
And I believe also Getzel. Right?
Yep, Gensel's there too. Yep. Young 26-year-old.
Even 5, 6, 7, 8 are going to have some nice picks.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the reason. Part of the reason we talked about that early on there, Terry, and that's part of the reason why I was like, well, short season. You told me the 4 people that are available.
That was a big mistake on my part.
Right.
And I noticed you sold Jake Allen on me too, you prick. You know, I was in a bind. There was nothing I could do, right?
So you dropping them like I'm the papa.
Well, I wanted to drop them like 2-3 weeks later, and I kept thinking to myself, you keep fucking around like this, and you're going to be out of the top 4, and that you'll be out of the top 4, but you'll have frickin' Jake Allen on your team for the playoffs. Big frickin' deal. So I finally said, I just need to get into that 4 spot. I want.
You're in a position where you had to, and I just scooped it up.
So I'm just gonna make this call right here. I'm not gonna be overly dramatic this year. I'm not gonna keep anything suspenseful or anything. If I get first overall draft pick, I'm taking Draisaitl. Don't send me any trade requests. That's what's gonna happen. I'm going to be an Islander if I finish first.
So, I will say the same thing. If I finish first, as much as I love Pasternak and the Bruins,
You have to. You have to. I mean, that would be like, Barzell's not really putting up the numbers this year, but that'd be like Barzell or the best player. Right? Gotta take the best player. You gotta.
Sure. Yeah.
The fool and his money departs. What the hell's the name of that saying?
You're close. I think
I think that was it, Terry. Yeah, really good.
Maybe he needs more weed to get a little more.
Actually, I haven't smoked any. Really since I started.
You seem sharper.
Sure.
I haven't really. So give me your prediction of the order then, Ryan.
I said you, Keith, and whatever order between me and
Keith.
JP.
Come on, you got to make it. No, I don't want one of those.
Yeah,
Whatever.
make the call. Come on.
Make the call.
I'll go JP and then me then.
Oh,
Oh, bailing.
He's doing the reverse jinx.
Yeah.
I taught him that one. I think he already knew about it.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What about you, Al?
Well, like I said, I think it's Islanders, Mustangs. I think then Bruin up Suds are going to be there, and then the Outlaws with the 4th pick.
That would be 3 for 3 for all of us thinking the same thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at the 5 to 8. What do we got here? All right, Pitter Patter, Sealand, Flying Colors, and Flames of Flurry. Well, we know which is the hottest team entering into this.
Yeah.
Hottest name. Flames.
Yep, pretty much.
If they don't get that 5th seed, I don't know. Something like really bad would have to happen, I would think. Like Flying Colors are good. Sealand's got like they both like Pitter Patter shouldn't get. Sorry, Grant. Congrats in the house, but I don't think you should be getting the 5th spot. I don't think you will get the 5th spot.
This one is really tough. Like it really depends on the week, but these guys are all relatively really close. All 3 of these teams.
The 3 of them.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna give it the edge to Wes. I don't know what team will show up that week.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be between Flying Colors and Flames of Flurry for that 5th pick there. It's going to be one of those two for sure.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just to make Steve feel a little bit worse here, but basically last week I beat both the Oilers and the Flames. If that had happened, we would have ended up tied, Steve, at 6 losses. But once again, to make you feel better, I would have won the tiebreaker. So you can sleep at night.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think we all probably pretty much agree Pitter Patter's going to fall in last, right?
I would say yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve has yet to learn the art of tanking, but having a strong enough team to still play in the playoffs. And it's a bit of an art, but I guess he was going balls to the walls to get into the bottom 4, which any 4 of those players would have been great. Like,
he tried.
I'm still not even sure that Carlson's not going to enter into the top 4.
Well, him or Yossi, like, there are decisions to be made, right? Like, there's a very good defenseman.
Yeah.
And like, I can see Eichel. What has Eichel done?
He's scary. He's so scary. Like
he gets hurt all the time.
I know, and he's been out now how many weeks?
A lot.
Yeah, and I watched him before he went out, and I have never seen a player look so disinterested in being on the ice. Like you could tell he was done.
Yeah, he's done in Buffalo. He just wants out of there. I think he doesn't care anymore.
I played on a team one year. I finally left them when we were 3 wins and 23 losses. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. I just didn't even want to go to the arena anymore. And to me, when I looked at Eichel, that's what I saw. That's exactly what I saw.
I would agree. It's like this every year. Next year, it's like next year's our year, and then they start playing, and they're terrible. It's like you got to move. If Eichel moves on somewhere, then he's more like he moves up. But he's definitely of the 4. He's the 4th if he's in the 4. Like Draisaitl, Pasternak, Panarin, maybe Eichel. Could be Carlson. Could be Yossi. I mean, I don't know. Depends there and pick.
I think you're right. If he's traded, his stock goes up by quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Big time.
As of right now, if I'm number 4, I don't think I will end up number 4, but I'm not. And I think Eichel is the 4th guy in this group. I'm going to say that right now. If I end up number 4, I'm not sold that I will pick him. I'd have some thinking to do for sure over the summer.
Absolutely.
I would. Yeah, there's some thought for sure. You have to think about that. It's a long, hard thought process till October or whatever.
But then for me, that just seems insane.
I know.
How could you pass on Jack Eichel? Like in 4th pick overall. Like, I mean, man, I don't know. But I will also say one thing. I'm still not 100% sold that Eichel's going to do well just because trading teams. And I'll tell you why. I played with a lot of guys like him. He's a very selfish player. I've watched him. He's very selfish. Now, that could also be a result of that he's finally given up on his teammates. You know what? Like, I'll do it all myself then if I have to, kind of deal thing. But I have noticed a selfish side to him.
Yeah, that might change when he gets on a team that has some guys he can play with too, right? Like,
Absolutely.
like you said, he might be sick and tired of passing the puck off to somebody making a move and not getting the return, right? I mean,
for sure.
There's only so many times he's going to do that before he finally just gives up and says, "Forget it, I'll just do it on my own."
4 years, 5 years.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotta be tired.
It's hard to believe they've already played that long, eh?
Yeah.
This is their 5th year, right?
I believe
Matthews, and then Matthews.
I don't know for sure, but I would say yeah.
Yeah, I think it's their 5th year. So that's hard to believe, man. And time goes by so freaking fast. So basically, I'm gonna make my call here. My call is going to be the Islanders, Mustangs, Bruins, and
we did that one. We're on to the next group of players.
The weed, Al. It's the weed.
That would have been the joint.
Now we know why he's on the weed. Yeah. Okay, Terry, we're 15 minutes ahead again. We've gone forward.
Okay, let me just
like Spaceballs, push the fast forward until you get to the live spot.
Command R. Oh, there we go. Hey guys, how you doing? How's the future been so far?
Really good. Really good.
It's good. Try that again now. What's your picks?
What's your picks for the 5 to 8?
5 to 8.
Oh, 5 to 8. Oh, I was doing. Oh, that's why you guys are laughing at me.
Yes, that's why we're laughing at you.
I thought we were still doing the 1 to 4 and already said them.
Yes, Al.
Hey, Ryan, I'm just going to kick him out of the podcast for now, and we'll just finish it out without him.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll put this up.
Okay, go ahead with your picks now. Let's hear them.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah, you were going.
Okay, I am. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I'm going to go with the Flames taking 5th pick. Sealand taking 6th, Flying Colors 7th, and Pitter Patter 8.
Okay. Al?
I'm gonna switch it up there. I think
Sealand could win.
Since Terry's been beating up on him all year in the podcast, I'm gonna give it to Flying Colors. Take the 5th pick. I'm going to put the Flames at the 6th, Sealand 7th, and Pitter Patter 8th.
You stole my glory, Al.
Were you going the same way?
I'm going I go Flying Colors in the 5th.
Nice.
He's beaten up on everybody, like anybody under 500. He's beaten up on them all year, except for like last week with Flames. But he's beaten up on anybody under 500, and these guys are all under 500. I'll go Flying Colors in the 5th spot as well.
That's a solid point. He had up on the under 500 guys for sure. Yeah.
And then I'll go Sealand, and I'll go Flames, and then Pitter Patter.
You're going Flames 7th?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then like if Binnington and I guess he's got Holtby.
Yeah.
But Flames is Flames has no goalies right now. He's got Jones. All he has is Martin Jones. Murray's hurt.
He was playing excellent there right at the end. His best hockey he's played in years. The last 3 weeks.
But it's like it's Jones versus Binnington.
Yeah, I'll take Binnington.
Absolutely.
So I'd go Sealand in the 6th, and then Flames 7th, and Pitter Patter 8th.
All right. I like it.
Al, you stole my thunder. I was going for you, Garo.
Oh wow.
Took it first.
I beat you to it.
I feel bad now for not picking Garo.
No, you don't.
I do.
You said that every week. I feel bad for beating up on him again, but I gotta beat up on Flying Colors.
I was only Fancy's. I was only Fancy's instrument.
Yeah.
I was just speaking her word, right? So
Terry just scored for Anaheim. I dropped him before the playoffs.
Perfect.
And I bought him, or I dropped him as a prospect, right?
Yeah, you did. That's why I wanted to pick him up. I wanted to play players who like you guys dropped. I picked up Galchenyuk just because like Keith dropped him, right, for a 2-year buyout. Just that kind of mental kind of. Yeah, he's nice goal too.
I seen him score some really nice goals this year, Terry, though. They were exceptional goals. It just doesn't have enough of them.
Yeah.
They're beauts when he scores them, that's for sure.
And I'd say the only other thing we should watch out for, like Pitter Patter's got really good goaltending. He's got
Yes.
the Smith who looks like he could be starting in Pittsburgh with who knows how long Jerry's out.
Yeah.
And he's got Blackwood. So if you got two good goaltenders, he could make us all look like idiots.
He could.
Yeah, for sure he could. I got to be honest. Almost every time I checked with Steve, is goaltending points, and this is while trying to tank. We're around 7-8 points every week.
Yeah.
Oh, he was always up there, and he's got solid goaltending for sure. And like you said, with the Smith playing every game now, and I'll be honest, Pittsburgh's actually playing a really good defensive style this year.
Yeah.
Even Sidney Crosby's playing it. Like he's doing the forecheck thing. They're doing this mass, like a blitzkrieg is how they're doing their forecheck, right? They don't give you a second to think. The second you touch the puck, there's like two of them on you. And
it's a full pressure.
That puts you in a bad spot, because if they get the puck up, there's two guys deep and they're out of it, right? But they're not. They're getting to the guys before they get a chance to get it by them. And so, yeah, they got a nice defensive system there. So the Smith could pay off big time for him for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anything else, Al? I don't think I got much left.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I got the one thing that we could talk about at the end of this one, I could do another one, is I was talking to Al about it, and I was taking a look at the tiebreaker situation. Now, we all knew that at one point that me, Steve, and Keith could have tied for two of the last three spots for the bottom four. The way it worked out is Steve pretty much would have lost every tiebreaker. Okay. But me and Al are now of the mind of wanting to propose that, maybe we, instead of having all these tiebreakers and everything, and if this happens and that happens and whatever, like we ran into a weird situation this year where me and Steve had played each other twice and we both only played Keith once. So we would have had to do it by percentage, which isn't really fair, because if Keith got to play that third game, he might have won it, right?
Yep.
So it's not really fair. So we were kind of thinking that maybe the fantasy stats may be the way to go for a tiebreaker. We almost think it's the most fair. And if you take a look at it, I don't have it up right now, do I? Or
No.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to bring it up.
Yeah, because then you can go on the record of how it would have played out if you'd have played them every single week, and it gives you a better representation of how they actually did against the other teams.
Yeah, so
that they tie with.
And not only that, you don't even have to go, but you could go head to head if you just want to do the three teams, or you could just take the whole thing overall. Let's just take a look at an example here. So basically, Steve had 41 wins, and where's the Islanders here? Oh, just went by him. No, that's the Rangers. Okay, let's take a look at Keith. Keith 45. All right, now Keith
would be the tiebreaker then, right? Right, as you guys want to have it done now. He's beaten.
No, we're not going to change any rule this season. We don't.
No, I know.
Any rules, but we're thinking of proposing this for next year, is using the fantasy stat as the tie-breaking formula to do it. You saw Steve had 41 wins. Well, Keith's got 45. Well, Keith is in the bottom four right now, and Steve's on the outside looking in. When if you took
Keith's actually the stronger team.
Keith is actually the stronger team, and if you go to the Islanders, if I ever find the Islanders here, you'll find me at 44, and I'm stronger than Steve as well. So Steve, in my opinion, should be in the bottom four this year.
I agree. You're a pretender.
I am a pretender, and I'm thinking of next year we'll make this proposal. I'm not sure how you want to do it. We can do the head-to-head and just use the three stats. The odds of tying there are minimal. You know, like the
or like you said, we can go with the total record.
Or I kind of like the total, because for me that kind of proves who's the shittiest.
Yeah.
That gives you an overall who's the better team for the year.
Right.
As it's been done.
The only one that I wouldn't want to change is for the crossover. To me, you have to outright beat.
Yeah, I like that.
Team
I
for
like
the
that.
Absolutely.
wild card.
Yeah.
So it's just points for that, for crossing over. And so, yeah, so you have to beat them. But for the rest of them, I think this would be just the easiest, simplest solution to all tiebreakers.
Yep, it's worth putting it out there. I mean, I think I'd vote yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
I like it too. And I would probably support it. So if you made it this far into the podcast and you've seen it, look forward to that coming up next year. If
And
not,
let us know your thoughts.
yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Down there. So, yeah, I think that you got up our noses there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Open you out.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fair way to do it. And so I will make a shorter podcast at the start of next year proposing this rule change so that everybody will know, because I know a lot of people don't make it to the end of these things and whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
Smart.
Anyway, all I can say is, I guess if I'm having my final word, is just really, really nice to be cheering for my team instead of getting pissed off at them for getting 3 points tonight. It's a much better feeling having them let you down and get no points than the other way around. Like I was getting so mad at Yanni Gretzky there. Like it was ridiculous. It was like 2 points a night, and if it wasn't 2 points a night, it was a goal and 2 penalty minutes. It was like, dude, what are you doing to me? So for my final word, I'm glad that I get to cheer for my team again. I'm really looking forward to these playoffs because I think we have really 8 good teams in there. And I honestly don't know who's going to win. Sure, we picked our thoughts tonight, but I honestly don't. I don't know who's going to win. What's your final word, Ryan?
I agree. It's fun to finally cheer. I don't know. We'll see. I'm hopeful, but any of the top 4 or bottom 4 is fine with me. And yeah, before going in, I started getting excited like last week just to see like who. I thought it was going to be Alan Dono, but something happened there.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was.
I was hoping for that matchup, but
it's still possible.
Well. Yeah, maybe I'll get him next time.
Yeah. Well, no, you just both got to win.
That's true.
Yep.
It's still possible the Dono matchup could happen. You just both have to win.
2 strong teams are going to be out.
Yeah.
Either Bo or Dan or Renee or Dino.
Renee or Dean. Yep.
Hey, we've all seen Nick's bad week, and we've all seen Dono's good week.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
if you combine those two, it's a lopsided win for East Coast Brewers.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just say I'm excited to watch what happens. I'm excited to see who wins. I like the playoffs. It's more exciting hockey now. I was excited just watching hockey today finally, just because I can cheer for my team, but there's like every goal is like is a step towards somebody winning or losing, right? It's like, oh,
That's
fuck,
right.
who scored there? Like just right now, Comfort scored, nobody's got him, but McCarr got an assist, so there's Bo up another point, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything just means something now. It's fun.
Games mean things now. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's you, Al. What do you got?
I got nothing. It's
you can't do I got nothing on your final thoughts. That means you have no thoughts.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm tired.
Is that leaky? Is that leaky?
I'm not letting him get away with this, Ryan. He's been trying to do this all night, not answer
I
questions.
know.
Like, give us some
That's
goddamn
right.
final
It's
thoughts.
I'm with you guys. I'm excited to start watching the playoff hockey now and see how these matchups play out and see which teams pull it out. And I'm hoping I'm one of the teams that can pull it out this week.
We're still in it.
All right, we've had our final thoughts. Just one last thing, just one quick word. That's all you gotta say. Who's gonna win the cup? Ryan.
Oh man, I said it was gonna be Nick and Blake like weeks ago, but I'm thinking I'll go Dino. I think Dean's got it.
All
Yeah,
right, call the
he's got
Rangers. Al.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go way out on a limb. I'll go for Bo.
Ooh,
That's a solid pick. That would be my second pick, but it could even be my first pick. But I'm gonna go with you, Nick. I got Blues Light Jacket.
Ooh, there we go.
I got
all right.
Al. I got Al moving on to nothing.
Oh yeah, sorry, Al. None of us picked you. I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even pick me.
Hey, you know what? It's very possible that all of a sudden your team just straightens out and goes back to the way it was doing
for
the
sure.
start of the season, right?
Like we've been saying all along, all you got to do is make it to the playoffs, and anything can happen in the playoffs.
Right.
But I would have a chat with that GM though, putting Markstrom on the bench, just throwing that out there. I'd have a good little talk with him. I'd say, look, dude, I need to win, not lose because of your bonehead.
Oh yeah.
Getzlaff just got a fight. JP's got him.
Who did?
Getzlaff.
Oh, again, he's been freaking ornery lately, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
all right.
Nice.
All right. Well, I want to thank you both for coming on the podcast. This is going to be replacing This Week in the Zone. Just going to have a little. We'll go through the first games of the 2 out of the 3s and whatnot. And something that I wonder here, and I don't even know. Does Blake even know how the playoffs works?
Yeah. What do you mean? I think so.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's not like cut and dry, right? Game 1, game 2, and then combine.
You might not.
2 for game 3. Wes, if you're watching this,
Somebody talk to him.
you're Blake's mentor, so talk to him and get him in on how he has to win.
There you go.
All right, I want to thank you both for coming out tonight, guys. Take her easy and peace out. All right.
Nice.
That was fun.
Outro music.